It is my high honor and distinct privilege to introduce to you the President-elect of the United States of America, Donald Trump.
Hello everyone. Hello and welcome back. Yes, we're just going to go ahead and throw it out there. If you haven't heard, Donald J. Trump is now the President of the United States of America. So, for better or worse, whether you voted for him, if you didn't, if you love this man, if you hate this man, if you simply don't care, this is the case. He is the president now. And today we're going to be doing what I had planned to do, whether he won or Hillary won, and we're going to be looking at all the butthurt. Now, in my last video, my 1,000 subscriber special, I didn't tell anybody who I voted for. And yeah, I helped to vote him in. What's up? Now you can get pissed off, you can get triggered, or you can sit down and you can have a laugh with me. The choice is yours. Now keep in mind, everyone, that this is just going to be for fun. This is just a fun video. This is for our amusement, and even if you are a Hillary supporter, I'm sure that you can appreciate the just the crazy amount of butthurt and saltiness in some of these things I'm about to show you. Now, what I'm going to show you is a few clips, some tweets and shit. We're just going to dance around and look around at a couple things that I drug out last night as I was just scouring through the internet. In other news today, Californians take to the street in what can only be described as a feels-fueled march of idiocy down the middle of the fucking highway. And since we're on the topic of California, fucking Calexit, that's a thing. Californians want to exit the U.S. after Trump's presidential win. Yes! He triggered an entire state to want to move off the map. Now, let's just go ahead and read this little gem. It says, moments after Donald Trump won the presidential election, Californians took to Twitter. Oh no, they've taken to the Twitters. To make clear that they want to secede from the United States. Calexit, quotes, has been trending on social media reminiscent of the Brexit movement to leave the European Union. And some protesters are planning to assemble on the Capitol steps in Sacramento on Wednesday. And, you go for it. You fucking do it. Go for it. It's whatever. Do what you gotta do, I guess. Anyway, it continues on to say, the group leading the gathering is, quote, Yes, California, a campaign which aims to put a referendum on the 2018 ballot to exit the nation. And it looks like we have a tweet here from Yes, California. And they say, again, California's votes didn't matter in the US presidential election. Why should we continue to be part of this union? Hashtag Calexit. And all I have to say to that is, bruh, are you stupid? Are you stupid? Look, without California supporting Hillary, it would have been a massive landslide victory of biblical proportions for Trump. Yeah, California has a shitload of electoral votes. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, let's move on to the rest of the little article here. It states, although Hillary Clinton won California with a 61% of the electoral vote, she came up short to secure the presidency, and Trump managed to obtain 279 votes from major swing states like Florida, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina, according to the Associated Press. We woke up feeling like strangers in a foreign land. Because yesterday, Americans expressed their views on a pluralistic democratic society that are clearly not consistent with the values of the people of California. Two California legislators said in a joint statement about the election results. Some Californians showed their disapproval by igniting trash cans. What the fuck is that gonna do? Oh no, Hillary lost. Quick, burn the trash cans in protest. Ugh. Anyway, by igniting trash cans on the streets of Oakland, and others chanted, "Not our president," around the University of California's Berkeley campus. Okay, first, I'm just gonna stop right here, okay? Protest if you want. I can support protests. But don't start setting shit on fire, you damn retards. Okay, anyway, a link to this article and everything else that I still have sources for will be in the description box down below. Okay, now this next one is a little funny. Okay, right here. Headline: Canada's immigration website has crashed and people are wondering whether Trump is the reason. You've all heard it. You've heard people saying it. If Trump becomes president, I'm moving to Canada. Now, like many other people, I see this as nothing more than an emotional response, and no, like 90% of these fuckers are not actually going to move to Canada. But in the event I am wrong, my condolences, Canada. Anyway, let's just go ahead and read the article here. Americans opposed to Donald Trump have frequently joked about moving to the United States' northern neighbor, Canada, should Trump really become president. As that scenario started to become increasingly likely Tuesday evening, Canada's immigration website suddenly went down. It was not immediately clear whether the site crash was connected to a sudden increase in traffic or whether the breakdown was coincidental. The Reuters? The Reuters news agency reported that Canadian officials could not be reached for comment. Yeah, I can imagine they don't want to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Anyway, it goes on to say, too many commentators on Twitter and other social media networks. However, there were few doubts that the site breakdown was connected to the growing likelihood of a Trump presidency. And all I gotta say is, do it. I don't think most of you have got the balls to move to Canada. I don't. But then again, maybe some of you will not come down off of that emotional roller coaster and end up going up there, in which case, yet again, I'm sorry, Canada, you're going to be getting all the social justice warriors, the feminists, all that good shit. My condolences, Sean Head and Armor Skeptic. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. You can have them. We don't want them. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have been holding out on you, so we're going to go ahead and dive right into that leak of gold. Yes, Twitter. And of course, I bring to you the biggest nugget. Lacey fucking Green herself, and she says,
"We are now under total Republican rule." Textbook fascism. Fuck you, white America. Fucking white people. Fuck you, you racist, misogynistic pieces of shit. Good night.
Lacey Green, thank you. Out of all the tears, yours are perhaps the sweetest. Now, this is so funny, this is so ironic, because you can almost guarantee that this kind of shit, shaming white males for being white males, it had to have contributed to making a Trump presidency possible. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that. I digress. Let's move on. Anyway, our next tweet here comes from Tom Hardy, and Tom Hardy tweets so beautifully. Racism won, sexism won, hatred won, fear won, violence won. In other words, hashtag Trump wins. It's all over. The next one here comes from Claudia Martinez, and she cries full, "Welcome back to the Great Depression of America, where racism is everywhere. I am not American, but I am disappointed." Is this honestly what some people think? Racism has won. Donald Trump has won racism in America. Anyway, moving on. Miss Burke Beveres. Yeah, I guess that's how you say that. Just canceled my 2-month summer vacation in America. Maybe I'll reconsider in like 4 years. And oh my gosh, Miss Burke, I'm so sorry to hear that. We're gonna miss out on you, on your company. I'm so sad to hear that. The next one here. Arjun, however you say his name. I've seen this quite a bit too. Not 9/11, 11/9. Coincidence? I think not. Next. Conqueror here tweets, "If Americans are complaining about hashtag Trump wins, then who voted for him? And well, if you listened during the news, they kept on saying rural America. Yeah, the people who do not live on social media, those are the people going out and voting. Miriam Imani says, it feels like hashtag Brexit all over again. Everyone on social media is anti-Trump. So who the hell voted for him? I don't understand. You may actually find this hard to believe, but there is a great percentage of the population which do not have their head up social media's ass. Next one here comes from Little John, and he tweets, instead of a wall, the US should build a giant mirror so they can take a good look at themselves. And I agree. Shame on you, America. Shame on you. Just feel the shame, the disappointment from Little John. Feel the shame. This right here. No, I'm just gonna go ahead and read it, okay? Gavin Overfield tweets, yep, goodbye women's rights, goodbye LGBT rights, other human rights, you can thank Admiral Donald Trump. Yes, it's all over, it's all over. They're gonna start putting the women's back in the kitchens, they're gonna start beating the homosexuals, and they're gonna enslave the colored peoples again. It's all over. Thanks, America, thanks. It's so stupid, it's funny. It's so stupid that so many people believe this shit. Donald Trump is basically the Antichrist for you people, isn't he? Okay, this next one now. Okay, actually, again, I'm just going to go ahead and read it. Vlad here tweets, America, stand up for yourself. A revolution must be your next action if you love freedom. Well, thank you, Vlad. I mean, that's exactly what we need. Calls to action. You know what? Maybe we can get a few riots going so we can burn down all the stuff, tear down all the things, and that way solve all the problems. Okay, everyone, I think that this right here is going to be the last one, but I think it's a good one to end off on. Sam Rosenholt here tweets, most qualified woman in the world loses to the least qualified man in the world. Scoff. In case if you are confused about what misogyny looks like. Simply, it's just not true. Like, you could have asked anyone. The majority of people thought that these were the worst two fucking candidates for president. Okay, I am certain that there are plenty of women who could have ran for president and blown fucking Trump out of the water. I'm sure that there are plenty of great, amazing women who were more qualified than Hillary fucking Clinton. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that this is all I have for you this time. I might have another video soon filled with more butter because it seems to be a well that I don't think it's going to run dry for a while. Actually, you know what? Let's just call this the great triggering of 2016. Hashtag melodrama 2016. Oh yeah, good times. Butthurt everywhere. Butthurt for days. Okay, on a serious note, if you were indeed a Hillary supporter, this ain't the end of the world, okay? This is not the end of freedom as we know it! No. It's gonna be alright. Women are not gonna get locked away in the kitchen. Homosexuals are not gonna get drug out in the middle of the street and beat, and the brown people are not gonna be enslaved again. It's not gonna happen. Now, I really do not like getting political, guys. I do. It's not healthy for a YouTube channel. I've seen what it does. But the fucking butthurt and the salt coming from the social justice and the feminist types, I can't ignore it. It's like candy. But that being said, let me know what you thought about this video in the comment section down below. Again, I might get working on another one if I find some juicy material, or if you guys particularly enjoyed this piece. Maybe I won't know. Maybe I'll just disappear. Maybe I'll move to Canada. Well, ladies and gentlemen, yet again, I do hope that you did enjoy the video. And until next time, remember, keep fighting stupidity wherever you may find it. Have a good one.
Isn't going to end?
No. It's not going to be the end.
But what about the sexism, racism, and, stuff?
Well, if it does increase, it's going to come from the usual crowds of social justice warriors and such.
Oh, yeah, I suppose you're right. So, what do we do now?
Same thing we always do when we elect a new president.
Okay, so what's that?
hope for the best, and try to make the world a better and more enjoyable place.